today with you. My name is Rabbi Benjamin Israel, and I have the pleasure of working with Lindsay and Nathan over these past weeks and months and even years now to make this day happen and to see their love flourish. Lindsay and Nathan have asked me before they come down the aisle to encourage you to be in the moment today, to encourage you to let your cell phones stay in your pockets and let the photos come as they may later on, but not during the ceremony. So as you join with me in the joy and the love of Lindsay and Nathan, let us welcome them in. And I do ask you, as is the custom in Jewish, we don't. So please remain seated. The bride comes in a little while. Thank you. That's one. Two. That's good. Bruchim abahim b'shem Adonai, mi'adir al hakol, mi'baruch al hakol, mi'gadol al hakol, yivarech hachatan v'hakala. May those who enter this space be blessed in the name of Adonai our God. May our God, the source of power, blessing, and glory, bless this chatan, this groom, Nathan, and this kala, this bride, Lindsay. I'm going to actually have you guys take another step in, so you're actually under your chuppah, which you guys built yourself. Another step in, so you're actually under your chuppah, which you guys built yourself. Wow. Keep looking at each other, not me. Just the guy behind the curtain. How joyous it is for me to be here with you under this chuppah on this magnificent day. It's hard to imagine that over 2 years ago when you first got engaged, you would have been through such a roller coaster to arrive at your wedding day. Despite a pandemic, some job changes, moving homes, and so many challenges, Lindsay and Nathan, today you have arrived at your wedding day. Over the past 2 years, I've had the pleasure to work with you and learn about you, and I have seen your love flourish. And I could not be more excited to participate in this ceremony. Your friends and your family, all of us are here today because of you. We have come to celebrate with you and to rejoice with you in the loving spirit you create when you are together. As is the Jewish custom when we arrive at such momentous occasions in our life, we offer praise and thanksgiving through the words of the Shechianu, a prayer to thank the Spirit of the universe for allowing us to arrive in this moment. We will do so under this beautiful chuppah, which, Nathan, I know you spent so much time putting together, and hopefully it will remain a fixture in your house for years to come. This chuppah has 4 poles, which signify the loving home which you just bought and are now creating together. But it remains open on all the sides so that you can see out into your community, into all of the people that love and support you. We say, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, shehechianu v'kimanu v'hegianu lazman hazeh. Amen. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, ruler of the universe, who has given us life, sustained us, and allowed us to reach this wonderful moment. Amen. Well, we recall the traditions of our ancestry, in which betrothal and the actual wedding were separate ceremonies. In modern days, we have combined them into one, first performing the Irusin section, betrothing yourselves to one another, and then later in our ceremony, formally joining you together in marriage. Momentarily, you will share wine from a single cup, white wine, I mind you, because of a white dress. You will share the cup of wine so that you, under God's guidance, can share contentment and peace and fulfillment from the cup of life. May you find life's joys heightened, its bitterness sweetened, and all of its moments hallowed through companionship and love. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei pri hagafen. Let you take a sip and then pass it to your groom. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'hitir lanu et hanisuim v'hanisuot lanu ayedei chuppah v'kiddushin. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh amo Yisrael ayedei chuppah v'kiddushin. We praise you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, who hallows us with your guidance. We praise you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, who hallows us with your guidance and consecrates this marriage. We praise you, Adonai, our God, who sanctifies all people through Kiddushin, the sacred rite of marriage under this chuppah, under this wedding canopy. Now I get to share all the deep, dark secrets that you shared with me. Lindsay and Nathan, today is your wedding day. I'm not sure everybody can hear me right now. Okay, great. Today is your wedding day. Today is the day you dedicate yourselves to each other. Today is the day that God made for you and that you made for each other. I can only imagine that Camp Hoover, right? Camp Hoover? Mm-hmm. Yep. Must either feel like hours ago or decades ago, or maybe even a little bit of both. Lindsay, something deep inside of you drove you to keep venturing over to the ropes course, even though your job was at the Art Center and you had nothing to do there. Well, the truth is that you did have something to do there. You were finding your person. You were building your connection. You were creating the storybook ending with the man of your dreams. And Nathan, you were just the kid working at the ropes. You weren't looking to meet a girl or to build the rest of your life. And I understand you weren't looking to get attached to someone. But here you are, awfully attached. You had met the girl, and in a few moments, she will be your wife, and you will be her husband. Together, your love flourished, and it grew through your first dates at a 4th of July celebration, Comfest, a Clippers game, and I mind you, Ted's Montana Grill, which only I got a point for last night in the Meet the Bride and Groom section. And of course, as your relationship grew, so did your realization that you were in love. And you haven't looked back since that first moment that you said, I love you, almost in unison in August of 2015. You have been building each other up from the very beginning until today, your wedding day. Here you stand in front of each other, ready to commit yourselves to a life together, a life filled with love and compassion and support. Over these past months, as you were preparing for this day, I had the privilege to take a few moments where you didn't have to be worried about the color of flowers or the design of decorations or even the pandemic. But rather, it was time that you could just share with me your stories and your dedication and love for one another. During those moments and in recent days, as you sent me a letter about your loved one, you shared some beautiful thoughts. Nathan, you told me how Lindsay pushes you to be the best man that you could ever be. She gives you a reason to be a better person, and she makes every day better for you. Nathan, you told me how much you appreciate her determination, her never-give-up attitude that drives you forward, and her love which supported you with absolutely no hesitation when you told her that you wanted to go back to school. Nathan, you shared with me how Lindsay brings you joy. And when I asked you why you love Lindsay, you didn't hesitate when you shared that her generosity and selflessness, her devotion to helping you to be a better person, and for so many reasons, you fell in love with her and remain in love with her. And Lindsay, it is quite clear to me and all of us here how much you love Nathan, your monkey. His kindness and his kindness and his constant desires to put others first make you fall in love with him every day. You shared how you love that he always tries to make you laugh and bring you happiness. His support for you and all of your goals and ambitions is relentless, and you love him for it. You shared that you love Nathan because he is sensitive, kind, generous, and supportive. And in Nathan, you have found the best friend which you could ever ask for. Both of you, through marriage, are committing yourselves to be the one whom you share your life with. Looking forward to waking up every morning next to your beloved. I'm glad you brought tissues. Looking forward to waking up every morning next to your beloved and knowing that no risk and no train ride is to be taken alone. But instead, you have the support of the other at all costs. Because of your dedication to each other, it's no surprise to me that you chose the holy words from the book Shir HaShirim, the Song of Songs, as your vows to each other. In just moments, you will dedicate yourselves to your beloved in goodness, justice, compassion, and truth. And before you make those vows, I want you to take a moment to look out into the community which has formed here today. Actually, turn your bodies and look. Let them look at you too. These are your people. These are the people who, by being here today, have committed to supporting you, to being your cheerleaders and your guides. This is your community. Soak it in, because we all surround you. Lindsay and Nathan, your love for each other is an inspiration to us all, and it's a reminder of the good in the world and our ability to capture that good. For these reasons and so many more, Nathan and Lindsay, it's my wish and my blessing for you that today is the day in which you love each other the least. That every day from now on, you learn to love each other a little bit more, and that your love continues to grow. May every passing day you learn to love each other. And as you look back on your wedding in 5 or 50 years from now, you recognize how your love has bloomed into a life together filled with happiness. This is my wish for you. Ken Yehi Ratzon. May it be God's will. And so we turn to the sacred promise and exchange of vows. JJ, it's your only job, actually one of your first 2 jobs. I'm going to ask you in a second here, so take out the rings. In a second, you're going to hand them. But first, I'm going to ask you, do you, Nathan Fox, take Lindsay Shinbach to be your everlasting wife, to love, to honor, and to cherish, and together to continue to create a future enriched by your commitment to each other?
I do.
And do you, Lindsay Shinbach, take Nathan Fox to be your everlasting husband, to love, to honor, and to cherish, and together to continue to create a future enriched by your commitment to each other?
I do.
For generations, we have used words and rings to symbolize the sacred covenant of your marriage. Nathan and Lindsay, you are about to speak the words and exchange rings that will formally enter you into the sacred covenant of marriage. As a token of these vows, you will each accept a ring, a complete circle, which is representative of the completeness of love that encompasses you both. So Nathan, in a second, I will first ask you to take a ring from your man of honor, best man. Every time, I'm trying here. As a token, you will take that ring, you're going to place it on your bride's right index finger, because tradition teaches us that her right index finger has a bloodline straight into her heart. And Lindsay, after taking that ring and hearing the words which your soon-to-be husband will say to you, as a sign of acceptance of that ring, I'll ask you to take it and move it to your left ring finger, showing your dedication to your husband. So, ring number 1, Lindsay's ring.
You did it.
Well, he still has 50% more of the job yet to do. So on her right index finger, very well, please repeat after me. Ani, Ledoditi, Vidoditi, Li. I am to my beloved.
I am to my beloved.
And my beloved is to me.
And my beloved is to me.
For those that couldn't see, she did accept the ring. It's now on her left ring finger. And JJ, do we have the other ring?
Oh, 2 for 2.
Now, Lindsay, take that ring and place it on your soon-to-be husband's right index finger and repeat after me. Ani Lidodi Vidodi Li. I am to my beloved.
I am to my beloved.
And my beloved is to me.
And my beloved is to me.
Nathan has accepted the...
I don't know if it's coming back on.
Lindsay, before you entered this chuppah, we met and signed a wonderful, beautiful ketubah in a little bit of a schwitzy room. This ketubah is an everlasting legal document of your love and commitment to one another. So I'm going to take a second here to share with the community a portion of the ketubah which you guys made together. And I'll encourage our community, I'll go all the way around your train. I'll encourage your community to come and take a look later. B'Shvat ha'esrim v'shlosha l'chodesh av b'shnat 5,781 v'shmonim. On this, the first day of the week of the 23rd day of the month of Av, in the year 5781, course of Av, in the year 5781, corresponding to the first day of the month of August in the year 2021, here in the community of Columbus, the beloved Lindsay and Nathan have entered into a mutual covenant as equal partners, loving and supportive companions in life. We joyfully enter this covenant and solemnly accept its obligations. All of this is valid and binding. It's much longer, but we want to get to the party. So. Maybe even helicopter rides, too.
Right?
We turn. Give it a second. One more second. Train rides, helicopter rides, whatever you guys want to do together, you'll do it together. We turn and we celebrate the second section of the Jewish wedding custom through the blessings of gratitude and the joy of miracle of life. In this section, the Sheva Brachot, we have 7 blessings. In our tradition, the 7 carries a special significance. It's a number of wholeness and holiness. It's a number of Sabbath. It's the 7th day, and thus the number of peace. May the Sheva Brachot confer blessings upon you each and every day of the week as your continued life begins together. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei pri hagafen. We praise you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, creator of the fruit of the vine. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shekol bara lichvoto. We praise you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, whose glory is revealed in all creation. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam yotzer ha'adam. We praise you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, creator of humanity. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher yitzar et adam betzalmo betzelem damut havnito v'tikin lo mimenu binyan adeyad. Baruch atah Adonai yotzer ha'adam. We praise you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe. You formed us in your image and implanted in us the blessing of life's ongoing renewal. Blessed are you, Adonai, creator of all humanity. And now we'll invite up cousin Nick to offer our 5th blessing.
Hi. It is, can you hear me? I don't have a microphone, so.
Does this one work?
Turn this one?
Yeah.
Maybe. There we go. A little bit. I'm short, but. All right.
I will do this too.
It is an honor for me to be here to read a blessing to the 2 of you, and I'll try to do it without tears. Nathan and Lindsay, we are all here today because of you. We have come to celebrate you and to rejoice in the loving spirit which you create when you are together. We all hope that in your home there will be peace and great joy and also much courage. May you find the courage to affirm one another and in gentle trust to unfold to each other your deepest selves, your strength and your vulnerability, your yearning and also your secret pain, and your most tender love. And we pray for you as well. Not that you may be happy ever after, but rather we who care for you pray that you may be granted a generous measure of blessing. In the years opening up before you, may there be moments like this one when all who are touched by your life are filled with hope. May those years be kind to you, and may the sweet goodness you already know grow deeper and stronger with the passing of time. I love you guys.
Thank you. Hug kiss, hug kiss. We'll continue with the sixth blessing. Samech tesamach re'im ha'ahuvim, kisamecha yitzcha, bagan eden mikedem. Baruch atah Adonai, misamech hatan v'hakala. May these loving companions rejoice together with the joy that you, God, have set aside for them since this day of creation. Blessed are you, Adonai, who grants joy to this couple. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher barasa son v'simcha chatan v'kala gila rina dihitzcha v'chenva ahava v'achava shalom v'reut mehera Adonai Eloheinu yishma b'arei Yehuda v'chutzot Yerushalayim kol sason v'kol simcha Kol chatan v'kol kala, kol matalot chatanim mechupatam, u'na'arim mishde neginatam. Baruch atah Adonai, mesameach chatan im hakala. We praise you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, creator of joy and gladness, loving companionship, laughter and song, pleasure and delight, harmony and celebration, peace and friendship. God, may there forever be heard in the cities of Judah and in the streets of Jerusalem the voices of gladness and joy, the voices of loving companions like Lindsay and Nathan, joined together in marriage, the voices of celebration and in song. Blessed are you, Adonai, who causes this loving couple to rejoice together as one. Lindsay and Nathan, in the presence of all of these witnesses, and in keeping with our tradition, you have spoken the words and performed the rites that will unite you in marriage in the sight of God, the state of Ohio, and all of humanity. I will now offer you this ancient blessing, praying that you may continue in peace and in health. And I'm going to invite forward, actually, our parents to go ahead and wrap all four of you. Unscripted, I know. Here we have Grandpa Mark's tallis, which is Grandpa Mark's prayer shawl, which I believe is great-grandfather. And you guys can actually take it. And what's very special about this is, in fact, the parents that are behind you right now are now your in-laws, are now just as much your parents as the parents who you grew up with in your house. They'll support you, and they'll guide you through your life's paths. We say, Yivarechachem Adonai v'yishmerechem. May God bless you and keep you. Ya'er Adonai panav elechem v'chunechem. May God's light shine upon you, and may God be gracious to you. Yisa Adonai panav elechem v'yasem lechem shalom. May you feel God's presence within you always, and may you find peace. To which we say, Ken yehi ratzon, may this be God's will. Amen. All right, I'm going to ask you to take the tallis off of them. There we go. Then you can hand it to JJ. I know, JJ, it's an unscripted job.
That's a third job.
And you can just set it right back down here. And you guys can take a seat. Thank you. There are, in fact, many explanations for the custom of breaking a glass. There are, in fact, many explanations for the custom of breaking a glass. One interpretation is that this practice reminds us that anywhere there's oppression and pain, humanity is asked to respond. Nathan and Lindsay, through the symbolism of the shards of broken glass, you are reminded of your continued partnership in the task of tikkun olam, of healing and repairing the world. May the shattering of this glass be a reminder to you and to all of us to work towards a time of wholeness for ourselves and for the world. So in a moment, I'm going to ask JJ to do his final job to place the glass under Nathan's right foot. And then after Nathan stomps on the glass, we all hear the pop. We're going to scream Mazel Tov, which means congratulations, and you guys can share your first kiss. Mazel Tov! Simin tovu, mazel tovu, mazel tovu, simin tov, simin tovu, mazel tovu, mazel tovu, simin tov, simin tovu, mazel tovu, mazel tovu, simin tov. Yehelanu, 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 ulechol Yisrael. Yehelanu, yehelanu, ulechol Yisrael. Yehelanu, yehelanu, ulechol Yisrael. Yehelanu, yehelanu, ulechol Yisrael. Ladies and gentlemen, in moments, I'll ask you to go ahead and exit through this door up front where cocktail hour is waiting for you. If you have already been instructed that you are part of the family photography